Well, I decided to make a short video here. I was recreating this bench here, and I did two of them. And I was recreating this one. I thought somebody might like to have a little DIY homemade picnic table bench that they could follow along some of the schematics. So I'll go through and I'll give you some of the dimensions here and how I put this together. But I basically just copied this one. This was the old one, and they were breaking in the center here, and the wood's really brittle, and so I decided I'm going to start recreating all these. So this is the recreation here. It's pretty easy. Let me get it flipped over here and I'll show you it. Here's the whole set. I had two benches. I already dismantled the other bench, and two benches and just this basic Outback picnic table here, which I'm going to redo the picnic table also. But I just thought it was a pretty simplistic design that's pretty easy to do. So you don't need very much to do this. You need about 3 10-foot 2x4s, or maybe another 8-foot section. So I think for one bench it cost me around $12 total materials. And what it is there are 3 5-foot 2x4 planks, and 1, 2, 3 10-inch support sections here. The legs are 19 inches at a 60-degree angle, and these little supports here are 2x2s and with a 45-degree cut, and these are 10 inches also. 10 inches with a 45-degree cut in them, 2x2. So you do need a small section of 2x2, or you could rip down a extra 2x4. And then the other thing that you'll need is another 2x2 to go in between here, where the legs come together. And this is just probably like a 6-inch piece with a 60-degree cut to match this angle. So it all kind of butts up there really nicely. You're going to need a miter saw. So you might need a combination square protractor, a drill. I recommend a better drill than this. 2.5. These are 2-inch. 2.5-inch screws would actually be perfect. I have 2-inch, and I used some 3-inch screws on this also. These are just exterior wood screws. And it'd be better if you had 2.5-inch screws for stuff like this. And I used 3-inch screws, like on the leg sections here. I used 3-inch screws, and I pre-drilled all the screw holes so that way nothing would split. And I countersunk these 2-inch screws here. And that's basically, this one took about, it was about an hour. I was kind of working slow, just cutting all the pieces. And once I got all the pieces cut, I coated them with boiled linseed oil, and I let them dry overnight, and then I screwed them all together. So I'm going to redo the table here next. And I'm thinking about doing 6-inch boards across the top. And the table is actually pretty simple here also, so the table should be quicker than the benches maybe. But anyways, those are the dimensions for the benches, and then the table is also a 5-foot table. So I'll do another video maybe when I redo this table here. A quick DIY homemade bench, and make sure you get some proper tools, and it's really quick and easy to do. So $12 for that bench, $12 for that bench, and probably I'll double it and say $24 for the table. So not too bad.